Did it start?
Okay, yeah. All right. My name's Sierra Ellen Galusha.
I'm Stephanie Kelly.
And we are responding to the video 2 questions. We watched the Finding Nemo clip, and so we're going to be talking about resolutions to conflicts and different ways that kids are perceiving it through the media. So the particular scene that we watched was when Nemo was captured by the divers and he's put in the tank. So kind of the progression of his problem solving to get out of the tank and back into the ocean. So he faced a bunch of obstacles, and one of the other fish in the tank was Gil. And he was from the ocean. He had like a messed up fin, and he just kind of encouraged Nemo's drive to want to get back into the ocean, and they all worked together to make that happen.
And in fact, speaking of his messed up fin, Nemo did too. Remember, he had the
he had the gimpy fin.
The gimpy fin. Another character in there, the blowfish. God bless him. Every time he got upset or something, he blew up. He couldn't control that.
And then Flo was an imaginary fish that was the reflection of one of the other fishes, and she thought it was a real fish.
Oh yeah, that was her problem. And then the
schizophrenic little fish, I don't remember his name, but when the bubbles would come out, he'd be like, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
And the starfish, I don't know, I think her problem was, or his problem was, it just, all it could do was just stick against the glass. But I guess that's a message too, maybe, from this thing that we're talking about, is how maybe the students can see how, well, maybe you're not perfect, maybe your friends are not perfect, but you know, you can work together. You can be together. You can work together and build on each other's strengths.
Yeah, they had strengths and weaknesses, and they all still could accomplish the task. And even though, like, in the end, the resolution didn't come as they thought it would, so they tried Nemo swimming up the filter, clogging the filter, but in the end, it wasn't until Nemo was actually taken out of the tank to be given to Darla, what was her name? Little girl?
Dory. No? Oh, Darla. I think her name was Darla. Yeah.
Whatever the little girl's name was. So when she was taken out to be given to her as a gift, Nemo ended up playing dead to be flushed down into the ocean, because they had discussed that all pipes lead to the ocean. So it just shows you that, you know, to not give up on whatever problem you're trying to come and fix, but to just kind of hold on hope to it. Because I'm sure once he ended up out of the tank and in a plastic bag, he felt pretty doomed. But when he saw the opportunity to find a way to the ocean, he made it work.
Right, they never gave up hope. And in fact, that poor pelican, whatever his name was, that jumped in the window, they ended up recruiting him there at the end and made him fly into the dentist office. And so there was another team member. So they definitely had plenty of members on their team, all different kinds of personality types, and so never really thought about it until this activity. But yeah, kids can. There's certain movies and certain scenes from movies where maybe kids can learn some conflict resolution skills.
Yeah, but I definitely don't think it's all positive, like what they're getting from the media. And I didn't think about it either until we did this. Like, I always think of bad influences from the media, but I never think of something as specific as what kind of conflict resolution skills they're learning. And then I think about all the fighting scenes they see that, like, they think, oh, when I feel aggression, I should take it out in a physical manner. But I guess it just makes me respect and admire, like, Disney movies even more, because if you sat down and looked at all the Disney movies and animated movies, there's really good conflict resolution. I think it'd be a good lesson in your classroom to look at different ways, like show video clips. You don't have to show the whole movie, and then ask them to like pick it apart and say, what do you think they did well? What do you think they could have done differently? How did they work together? So that they realize that when they're watching TV, they're learning those skills too.
Right. And to back to the things that each of the fish had that, you know, might have made them different. You never saw them being made fun of. They didn't make fun of each other.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
They were supporting each other and still believed in each other. So that's really a good thing, especially for our children with special needs, to see movie clips such as this. So that's a good idea. That's something that can be used in the classroom. I like that idea.
Yeah, and it's throughout, like, the whole movie. It just seems like a theme. It was just such a good Pixar movie, because even when Nemo first goes to school and he meets the squid and the seahorse and the, I don't remember what other kind of fish it was, and they all point out their differences because they notice his fin, and it was okay to say that they noticed it, and then one of them says something about being lactose intolerant or something like that, and then one of them had a short tentacle, the squid or octopus had a short tentacle, so making kids be okay with their differences and talking about them, being open.
And I've noticed I'm hopefully going to see Dory in the next day or
Finding
two.
Dory.
And I've seen some of the advertisements for it, and there's different characters in there. A beluga whale that has there's something wrong with his.
Oh yeah.
And then I think the shark in there is nearsighted. But anyway, so I'm anxious to see how Dory takes this and keeps going with, this thing.
Yeah, I think that they're carrying it over really well from all the trailers that I've seen, and hopefully we can take Finding Dory into our classroom and show that movie too, because I'm sure it's going to have good conflict resolution. But I guess that's it. So yeah, we watched Finding Dory, and it helped us with conflict resolution.
Thank you.